for the GOP nomination is going. Santorum ahead one day, Romney ahead the next. There may be no clear winner by convention time in Tampa, and that may mean that we're in for something that we haven't seen in decades. It's called a brokered convention, and it hasn't happened in quite some time. So what the heck is it? Here to help us figure it out is Brad Marston, partner from Four Tier Strategies and Republican Strategist. Thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here, Shannon. Thank you.
So let's talk about this first, just simple. What is the definition of a brokered convention? What does it mean?
In its simplest form, it's a convention where no candidate has secured the 1,144 delegates they need to win on the first round. Then it gets interesting. Most delegates are released from voting for their particular candidate. The horse trading goes on upstairs, where one campaign is saying to another, okay, what does it take to get you to drop out and release your delegates to me? And the lieutenants are down on the floor whipping individual votes, trying to get to that 1,144 delegates needed to win the nomination.
So there can be a little bargaining going on behind the scenes there. When it comes to a brokered convention, who can win the nomination when it is a brokered convention? Can it be someone who hasn't even previously thrown their hat into the ring yet?
Oh, sure. I mean, it's sort of like in a courtroom, a judge can indict a ham sandwich. I don't think it's really likely because all the delegates are people who have, donated, volunteered, etc. And their candidate may not win, but I'm not sure they're going to coalesce behind somebody who hasn't at least battled in the arena.
But so, at least potentially, I mean, you hear names like, Jeb Bush, even Sarah Palin potentially being thrown out there to enter into this. Is that crazy?
Potentially, it could happen. I don't think you have any senior Republican officials who think Sarah Palin can win in a general election. Barack Obama ran against another Bush last time, so I don't think those two names are particularly likely.
Well, let me ask you this, because Chris Christie was on ABC News this morning saying, stop asking, I'm not going to run. People are, of course, interested in him. Can you say no if the party comes calling to you? Sure.
I mean, nobody's doing the old, if nominated, I shall not run. If elected, I shall not serve. For someone to really be involved, like I just said, I mean, I think they would have to get in, and the drop-dead date is March 15th. They'd have to win some primaries, get some delegates to be considered in Tampa in August.
So what about, all the money to this point, all the endorsements, everything that everyone's put into this race to this point? Do they kind of feel duped by this?
No, I don't think so. I mean, every campaign comes down to the 4 M's: message, momentum, money, and muscle. If you don't have all four, it's tough to win. That's all going to reset at the convention if we don't have a nominee ahead of time. And it's basically going to go to the person who can, in that 8 short weeks, reset and run the strongest against President Obama.
What are the chances, do you think, that we might actually see this happen?
Well, the chances increased when the Republican National Committee changed its rules and allocated delegates proportionally in the early primary caucus states. I think February 28th, the Arizona and Michigan primaries are going to be key. If Mitt Romney doesn't win Michigan, which is as much a home state for him as New Hampshire was, he doesn't win it and win it big, he goes into Super Tuesday a wounded candidate.
Which, according to the polls, is a distinct possibility. This just keeps getting more interesting. Brad Marston, thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Sure.
All right, Gene, to you.